Good morning, everybody. It's me, Julia Flynn Worry, and I'm coming to you from a very different place than normal. I know you all are used to seeing me in my own office, same background, the puppies walking around behind me, my big Maryland flag in the background. But today I am visiting someone very special. I am visiting Ed Wagschal, and Ed is actually the owner and operator of a local Howard County, Columbia, Maryland business. When you see him, you guys might recognize him. I'm going to have to show you a little surprise guest in a minute to see if you recognize him. The reason that I wanted to feature Ed today is because Ed has been using the Goes from a Servia, and I guess you can see right here behind me, you can see his welcome kit right on the wall. Good morning, Jonas. Thank you for joining us. And I think that's Joe. Hi, Joe. Good morning this morning. Thank you guys for both jumping on and saying hi and meeting Ed. Ed's business is absolutely amazing. I don't want to talk for him. I'm going to do a little bit of an interview, but let me introduce you. Ed, this is everybody.
Hi, everybody. Good morning.
So Ed and I are sitting here, and I know it's kind of difficult to see the two of us on a little computer screen, but I do want to share with you all a little bit about him. So I'm probably going to switch it over to him and let him answer the questions while I ask them. The first question that I have is, Ed, hi, Randy. How are you this morning? Ed, are you actually from Maryland?
I was born in New York, but I've lived here 54 years, so I've been here almost my entire life.
That is amazing. That is really, really cool. So what really got me inspired to talk to you all about the Maryland piece, as you all know I'm a big Maryland person, is that, okay, he lived in New York for a couple of years, and then he's lived here in Maryland. But now I have a better question. Ed, where did you go to college?
University of Maryland.
And where did your kids go to college?
Everybody stayed in Maryland. We had one at Frostburg, one at Salisbury, and our daughter is going into her senior year at College Park.
So Ed was about to ask me, am I running for political office or am I running a flooring company? Where are we going with this? And I had to laugh. I you know how I feel. I just love everything about Maryland and what's going on these days. But he also has kind of a passion project and a heart project that's close to him. And I'm going to let him tell you. Ed, what is the charity that you work with a lot?
We like to work with Autism Speaks. We have a family friend that has an autistic son, and we try to be, the whole family is active in different autism ventures. My wife has an all-state insurance agency. She has autistic people that work for her. We are very active with the charities and the different fundraisers. And my daughter also used to be in the Best Buddies program at Athlone High School.
Oh, wow.
Where she had several autistic kids that she worked with that we also hosted at the house for meals and different events as well.
I think that's pretty amazing. So he walks his walk and talks his talk. He really inspired me. Actually, the first couple times that I talked with Ed, what really got me was that he would tell me stories about a project that he was working on, and it always related back to someone he knew, a family member, a church friend, or somebody that he knew from an association within the community. And one of the things that I asked him today was, well, what other kind of marketing are you doing? So Ed, what other kind of marketing do you do?
Well, we don't do any advertising per se. You'll never see us in a newspaper or on a television or radio, where it's almost 100% word of mouth and referrals. We want to kind of let our work speak for itself. We've got a nice group of interior designers, realtors, just general public who've used us for years and years. Just had a couple we met with yesterday that we've done 4 jobs for over the last 15 years, and they just moved back to the area, and we were their first phone call because they hate their flooring in their new house. Love their house, hate their flooring. They're right over the line in Hanover, Pennsylvania, but it's only 45 minutes from here, so we're going to be doing a lot of work for them.
That is some really cool stuff. So even when people move out of the area and they move back in, their first phone call is to their flooring guy, Ed, which I think is pretty remarkable to be remembered. One of the other things that kind of inspired me and made me really think about what it means to be part of a community is that when a real estate agent is listing a home and people need a place to store their merchandise, they can actually call Ed as a realtor, and he can work out a special arrangement where they might be able to store some of the furnishings while their flooring is being replaced. But that led Ed and I to a different conversation, which was a little more heartfelt for me, which is the Ellicott City families and business owners that were flooded out. So you guys remember that 2 years ago, out of the clear blue sky, good morning, Phil, how are you? Out of the clear blue sky, there were folks that actually, sorry, I had to wave to Phil Forte. There were folks that actually lost their entire business down in Ellicott City. And then, of course, what was it, a couple weeks ago that happened all over again. Ed, what have you been doing for people? Hi, Quayle. Thank you for joining us this morning. Ed, what have you been doing for those business owners, those families?
Well, since the last flood, we've been storing whatever survived the flood. We had several businesses that decided not to reopen, and since for the last 2 years, free of charge, we've been storing all their, all the goods that were left in their places of business. We have a cabinet company that we have their cabinets here. We have an architect that has stuck with us, an interior designer, and some have rebuilt, some have opened their businesses again. Others have not, or just working out of the house, but we still continue to store their material here free of charge.
Can you believe that? That is a community member. That is what it really means to be a member of a community. Somebody who jumps right into action and makes sure that he can help. So Ed comes from a long line of entrepreneurs, or maybe he's the starting point of that long line. But Ed and his wife are both entrepreneurs. He just mentioned his lovely wife, who I have also met. And actually they share... they don't share space. They're next door neighbors. I shouldn't say they share space, but they're neighbors in the same building. And she actually has an Allstate agency. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate you saying that. And hi to you as well. So I kind of want to wrap up today by talking about, he is a go-giver. You're absolutely right. You were just called a go-giver by Mike Benton. He's a go-giver with the Bob Berg program. It's pretty cool. I just want to bring this back around to my 15-minute business builder tips. It doesn't take a lot of time, right, to do the right thing, or to be a good person, or to share. Hi, Becky. It doesn't take a lot of time to do the right thing and be a helper. And I'm learning that today firsthand from Ed. He is also working with kids. When he said that he was bringing people in, he's actually talking about high school students from the high school that's just up the road a couple of miles. So I have one more question. My last question is this. Ed, what does it take to really reframe your business from being a business that's focused on earning money and making money to being a community activist?
Good question. We thoroughly enjoy doing work for the community. We're not a charity, but we try. Like currently, we're working with a company called Emerge, who specializes in adult autistic individuals and finds them work. Well, they desperately need new floor covering, and they'd gotten some ridiculously high quotes, and we're able to save them a ton of money. But more importantly, what they really want is carpet tile, which is more expensive than regular carpet, and we were able to find some products that will fit within their budget, because they have a huge facility right around the corner from us, and we want to help them be part of their success.
Okay, you guys heard it here first. This is a person who absolutely walks his walk and talks his talk, right? He is living that go-give attitude, and it's really inspirational. Thank you all for joining me today. I'm going to do a longer conversation with Ed. We're going to talk about some really amazing new flooring products and why there might be good choices for you. If you know any real estate agents or any families that are moving that might need some new flooring, remember to give us a call. Columbia Floors is right here on Red Branch Road in Columbia, Maryland. Our number is 410-715-0900. Of course, I'm saying our number because I feel a part of this family too. It's Columbia Floors, and you can see Columbia Floors online, or you could go to ColumbiaFloorsLLC.com. But you can find Columbia Floors LLC right on Facebook, and you can also call Ed and ask him some questions too at 410-715-0900. Thank you all. Signing off, and I'll see you again real soon.